When you said you want to partner with the National Assembly, you want us to join the train of the fight against drug trafficking and addiction, you are preaching to the converted. The National Assembly members are almost on a daily interaction with our constituents, and we know the very debilitating impact of drug abuse in our various communities. And you have rightly said that almost every community in this country suffers from drug addiction. So we are very mindful of what is happening. And this agency thank you. I've been corrected, you are chairman, not DG. Your chairman corrected me, so please, I beg your pardon, it's chairman. I believe that this agency needs restructuring. Now that you have taken over, we should go the whole hog to restructure the entire agency, not piecemeal touches, because we need to get it right. My personal opinion is NDLEA should be in the league of EFCC, ICPC, that kind of thing. And therefore, the kind of support that those two agencies I mentioned receive, you should receive something like that. In many other things that you should be supported with. So the National Assembly will definitely work with you, will partner with you, and will ensure that we do our best to give you the kind of support that will enable you properly to discharge your mandate. Having said this, let me say that Nigeria as a nation, as a country, is in one way or the other a transit route for drugs. Drug peddlers pass their drugs through Nigeria, cannabis, heroine, and possibly even cocaine. I think about some weeks ago we saw was it the NDLEA arresting someone with cocaine. We believe that this has to stop because the process of such activities fund terrorism, they fund banditry. You wonder how the bandits would have RPGs and these massive arms that they have. How? Definitely, these are acquisitions provided by some people, some barons, not the bandits themselves. So we need to ensure that this transit role that Nigeria plays is addressed properly. And here, we have to approach this through multi-sectoral effort. The customs, the immigration service, our security agencies, and in fact, FAAN, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, our seaports, and of course, this is not going to be easy, but as Bongo Sukwe will say, nothing good comes easy. So we have to be steadfast, and we should do whatever is possible within the limited resources that we have to make you better. We also believe that the drug addiction level in Nigeria is so bad that we are losing our youth to drug addiction. Like you have mentioned, the terrorists, the insurgents, the bandits, and almost all the criminals have recourse to taking drugs to enhance their courage in order to undertake their illicit activities. So here then is the need for us to step up our work on preventing our youth from taking to drugs. And that requires a lot of multidimensional efforts, because some could be due to lack of jobs, employment, some illiteracy, poverty generally. These are some of the root causes. Somebody out of frustration is recruited to join. And therefore, this is also something that the National Assembly has been trying hard to ensure that the economy of Nigeria provides for everyone, that we have an all-inclusive economy bringing up those who are down. And I believe that this is one way that we have to continue to deal with this scourge. I also believe that we have to go on advocacy to our schools, our institutions, and why not even include in our curricula the issue of drugs, so that right from primary schools and probably up to secondary school level, our students should be able to understand the dangers of taking drugs. I believe that this is one incentive to criminality, like you have just pointed out. So it's a huge responsibility placed on your shoulders, but you are not going to walk it alone. We are going to walk along with you. And I want to urge you that you get across to the other agencies of government, like the Immigration Service, like the Customs, the Airports Authority, DSS, and the decay that you might have found, I'm sure, is probably because the agency has not been able to have a better structure that will enable it fight drug trafficking and even addiction of the 21st century. Everybody today, or most people, are sophisticated. This law was signed in 1989 and is therefore, like you have indicated, due for amendment. And I want to take this opportunity to tell you that we are going to give a very expeditious consideration to this amendment bill. Chairman, you please help us get the bill, because this should be one of our priorities. Nothing can be further than the truth, from the truth. This is a dire situation that requires an immediate attention of the National Assembly, and we should treat it as such. If we can pass it before we go on our summer break in July, that would be fantastic, because we need it. But I will reiterate that you should restructure the agency. Don't leave it the way it is, because you have to get a workable and efficient structure for you to succeed. If you leave it and start taking one or two things, as more serious cases, those things that have not been properly put will pull you down, and you may not get it the way you want it or the way you need it. So with this, once again, let me congratulate you, and on behalf of my colleagues in the Senate and the National Assembly, assure you that we are going to partner with you. And when we amend the bill, I think we need to make the penalties stiffer for offenders. Offenders here, particularly the drug traffickers, the barons. Most of these drug addicts are innocent people that were just pushed into it, so we need to rehabilitate them. And we should have a conscious design and effort of maybe providing rehabilitation centers across the country. We may start with maybe one in each geopolitical zone or two, because we have to get those people that are already on drugs back to normalcy. We can't just leave them like that, and I think that should be part of your concern. And it will be a worthy and a worthwhile investment to have such centers, so that we are able to give our youth who are unfortunately involved in this drug addiction a second chance in their lives. Thank you, and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The National Senate wing. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll move downstairs for the photographs. Excellency, sir. The photographs will be taken downstairs at the entrance of the lobby.